Hello everyone, Corn here and welcome to my channel. We're back in the craft room working on that bee and flower journal. And yesterday evening I decided to do quite a bit of embossing. Don't you just love embossing folders? I love them so much, but I don't always use embossed paper in my projects. But when I do, I have a tendency to be happier with those projects. So I was like, get out this little baby. This is 4 years old and it is on the craft table, so I apologize whenever I'm gonna use it just once while you're with me, but the table's gonna shake. But what I did yesterday was this embossed, let me see, I can show you too since I'm up here. This embossing folder is from Tim Holtz. It's called Roses. That's it. If this helps, if you're interested, and it says Texture Fades A2, the number is 661829. And I love using this one. I just think it's so beautiful. And this is embossed pink paper, but then I took my dauber and distress ink and picked raspberries and went over the roses. Then we have this one. Let's see, did I keep that one out? Yes. I got that on Amazon and it's okay, but I love lace, anything, and I've had failures and successes with this one, so I give it a C. But see, because it's so faint, but it keeps everything flat. That part is true. But it's on a pale yellow paper, but I took the picket fences in white. I think that's, yeah, picket fence in white, and went over it to kind of bring out the lace a little bit more. Then this is the same one I just showed you, the roses one, and a pale yellow, and then took, let's see, what is it? Gathered straw, or scattered straw? Scattered straw? Distress ink, and went over the roses. This one is Tim Holtz again. This one is 661824. And this one I love. This one I'm very happy with. It's this is on white paper, and then I took the scattered straw and did with my dauber and did it really light in places and then dark in others. I'm real happy with how that came out. Did it again and just left it white. And then this one, let's see, where's that? That one is, yes, Tim Holtz again. This one is 661821. And this one is called Floral. Okay? And this is my little bee that I stamped and then cut out. This bee stamp is by Maggie Holmes. And this one I did on a pale green paper and then went over the limbs and leaves and with my dauber and Distress Oxide Bundled Sage, and then went over the blooms and the picked raspberries again, deep in spots and not in others. And of course, where your dauber goes over your bloom, if you're extremely concerned about that happening to you, then I understand. This may not be the method for you, but I kind of like it. I think it's cool looking. And then my biggest thing is to say, please, if you try this method, don't put too much pressure on, because this is before bedtime. That's my other thing. My other hint is, don't do any of this before you go to bed and you're tired, because things like this can happen. But here's what I'm going to do. There, look, the bee the bee has covered my boo-boo, and I wanted a bee on there anyway, so that worked out okay. And then this one, let's see, where's that baby? I don't think I left that one out, guys. No, I didn't. Okay. I don't, oh, I think this one came from Joann Fabrics, actually. And what I did with this one, you can see them right here. I took some alcohol markers, and we've got them. These I got 75% off a couple of years ago. Toby was with me. She got some too. The Pro marker from Winsor and Newton. And I got some of those out. I got these alcohol markers out. These are from Ross, believe it or not. When I get some supplies from them. And these guys, I think I got it Tuesday morning 2 or 3 years ago. And so, you know, trying to use those. And then when I kind of ran out, you know, ran out of those, I was like, fine, then I'll go ahead and get my Ohuhu markers, alcohol markers out. Those you can get on Amazon. I don't know how much they are now. I got mine a few years ago. And they have, you can get a variety of colors, but you know, sometimes you still are like, well, I'd love to have some more colors, but I got a whole set of them. They had a special before Christmas for like $37. But I wanted to use up my older ones first. You know what I mean? I was really looking for it. They're even older than the 2 years. But again, you can see where I was tired and I got out of some sections, and some sections I didn't. The reason I did the alcohol markers instead of my Tombow water-based markers are because this is just on white cardstock. This isn't, you know, watercolor paper or mixed media paper. So left some of them white, and I need to go back and correct my little boo-boos. But the interesting thing, since it's embossed, sometimes it's easy to get that fine tip, you know, to do those tiny little lines, and sometimes not so much. So, and this is just in the blue one. I thought we would work on this one together and see what we come up with today. And also I thought we'd do some of the roses, since that one's pretty easy, I think. Well, easy for me. But one thing I thought we might do different is maybe try to work with those leaves as well, if it looks like we want it to, on the lavender paper. Now this lavender paper I got, let's move these aside. I got those at, it's this scrap pack that I used to get from Hobby Lobby when it was half price. There it is. Okay. There's there's the one I just showed you that I did with the alcohol markers. And I forget who puts out the ones with a beautiful mint green color on them, but I'm pretty sure I got that at Joann Fabrics, I think. So, let's go ahead and put this in. I got this darling little purse Sizzix embossing machine Tuesday morning when they had it for, no, it doesn't want to, let's go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, this one's kind of, some of them go through smoother than others. Well, let's see here. Sorry for all this shaking. Okay. So let's see if we like it. Okay, that's how it came out. And I shall put this over here. I like to keep this little, got something on it. No, I didn't. This little piece of linen I got from, I don't know, this was in the 80s, guys. That's how long I've had it, so I can't tell you where I got it from. I don't remember. But I thought it would be fun for me to, normally I put napkins and things like that in it, but I thought when I want something special you know, to keep everything with, because I just have so much fun with this embossing machine. I just think it's so cute. And I'd like to thank Maida Acosta for giving me this darling. She knows I love clocks of all types. So I put that on there for my quote-unquote purse decoration. Let me put these over here. And now we will, let's see, I'm going to get out my Distress Oxide in Wilted Violet. Oh yeah, I also did, because I had some scrap pieces of white cardstock, and I also did that one with the markers, just to do just a few of the colors with you. You can do like all of them in, you know, in bright colors like I did, or you could come back and do just a few of them in the color you're working on with, or what have you. There's just so much you can do. Don't you just love embossing flowers? I do. So I have my little dauber here on the Wilted Violet, and normally what I do is just where the roses are. Oh, and see, I've already done something I don't normally do. I normally take and make sure it's not too dark. Normally taking, but you know what? Some of them are dark anyway, so I'm not gonna get too mad about it. And then just keep going, because you've got those wonderful raised surfaces. And it's fun. And if you want to keep it super light and airy, I would suggest just being as delicate and light as you can be with that dauber. I like the mixture of them. I think that's kind of fun. Let me make sure that I'm in frame. Okay, because I know with my eyesight, you know, if you've been here before, you know I have bad eyesight, and that's I get it super close to me, and then I look down and I'm like, oh no. Oh, and my neighbors decided to mow the lawn. I'm sorry, everybody. Let me close the door. Don't know how to pause it. I'll be right back. If he's mowing, it's gonna get super loud. I had the window open so you guys could hear the birdies, but then they started doing work on the road, and it was so loud. I was like, no, I don't think, especially if you're wearing earbuds, I was like, I don't think they're gonna appreciate that. But yeah, some of these I'm hardly touching, you know, just barely touching them. And if you do that, let's do this one, where we're just there's hardly that much ink on the dauber, and just trying to hit those highlights. Some people like only that look. I like a little bit more, but you know what I mean? You might enjoy that one better. Just a little hint of color, you know? I'm trying to look up here to see if I have anything else that's, I don't have any other lavender or purple colors, so that's not going to work. Because sometimes having 2 or 3 makes it so much more interesting, you know? But I don't have that. this will go, as you know, you can do so much with your embossed papers. I use them for collaging. I use them for pockets. I use them just for decoration only. It's just fun. Super fun to... Maida, as a matter of fact, was the person that made me realize just how versatile and cool embossed paper is. And it's just yummy, isn't it? And I can hear you, Annie. Annie's saying, oh yeah, put some more of that wilted violet right on there. And you also have these teeny tiny little roses like here that I just kind of do a couple of, you know, just a couple of circles around them, and because I'm going to try to do the leaves on this one. Okay. Now, with my leaves in this project, they're done with the bundled sage, and this is color green, sage green, with this lavender is gorgeous. But on the lavender paper, let's see if we still think it's gorgeous. Oh yeah, I do. Do y'all? Y'all like that? I think it's pretty. I think it would be nice too. And the one that I think there was one of these I kept white. No, I didn't. But you could also just keep it with the white cardstock and just do the leaves alone. Wouldn't that be yummy? Oh, that would be fun. But again, I'm just trying to be as light-handed as I can be. It takes a little bit of patience, but if you're like me, it's worth it. But I think I wouldn't want to do this if I was in a hurry. You know, I'd be like, I think I'd be pressing down harder. See, I like the look of my paper towel. You know? There we go. That one was... And instead of going in the middle, also you can just do your leaves around the border here, you know? How are y'all doing today? Is life good? I hope so. I hope so. I hope everyone and their families are happy and healthy. And I was telling a friend of mine that, you know, with the Delta virus, you know, things are changing back a lot, you know, to the way they were for a year. And Handsome and I were like, uh-oh, because I think, you know, us being together 24/7, we love each other, we really do, but it's just, it's not easy, is it? I don't think it's easy. I think, you know, when you're with each other literally all the time, you know, and plus just thinking of fun things to do together. And one of the things that we've always enjoyed doing together was movies. We love not having to go to the movie. Well, he loves to go to the movies, and so does Toby. I personally don't. I just like looking at them at home. But the ones at home, you know, like if we're like, okay, let's look and see what new movies are out and stuff, we're like, well, want to see that, and I don't care about that. So we're like, ew. What do we do? Because one of our highlights of our days was when when he'd come home, would be like, well, how did it go today? Who did you see today? And what'd you guys work on? And that kind of thing. And I know now, because if I'm in the craft room, his office is across the hall. I know what's happening because I can hear it. Now, should we leave it on the borders, or should we bring in the green? And not bring in the green everywhere, though, in my opinion. But like this, let's do it, because this right here, this leaf right here would look nice with the green on it, I think. Let's do this. And this one as well. Okay, and this one. And maybe something here. Well, I think this one needs it too, personally. And I'm trying to, this kind of looks naked, doesn't it? Again, trying to keep very light-handed. This one. And up here. Then I think, do you ever do that? You just keep on and then you're like, why didn't I stop? Why didn't I put the brakes on? This is actually a rose. That is actually a rose right there, so I can't, even though that's where I wanted it to go. Okay. Let's do right there. Okay, and I see one other spot I missed. Do y'all do that one too? Say, I'll keep that one nice and light. Okay. So this is when you say, corn, stop, stop. And I'm happy with the way that turned out. Do you all ever do that with your embossing? This is one thing I didn't look on YouTube for. And neither was this. I was like, no, this, I'm just going to do my thing. If it's probably been out there for years. You all know that because, with paper crafters, I don't know if I've ever seen anything brand new. New to me, yes. But you know what I mean? Because when you look up one thing, there's like 40 videos on it. So, but I didn't look up any of this. I just thought, you know what? I think I'm going to get out the oxides and inks and see what I can do with them. Because normally, a lot of times I just do, like I said, just do the roses and leave it, or just do one little thing and highlight it and leave it. But, bees love purple flowers too, so that's why I wanted to do one of these. And just real quick with this, because I didn't want to make this, my last one was so long, and I thought you guys would be like, corn, stop. So this is the Ohuhu markers, and this is 77, and they come in this tip, which I don't use at all, and then this one, which I do. And I'm gonna probably color outside the lines and everything else because like I said, I have very bad eyesight, and so I usually have things super close to me. So just going around, since they are roses and since they are embossed, what I do is keep going in a circular motion. Keeping those centers definitely open. This is like a cutesy, I call it a cutesy rose. Speaking of the cutesy, the giveaway I've got up right now, people are liking the cutesy cabochons that I have going with that giveaway. Seems like you guys really like them. And with the embossed, as you see, with the embossed areas, you can go over them again in the same color. You don't have to get a darker color. Because the paper has been, like I said, this is cardstock, has been manipulated, it will allow you to get it darker with that same color. So see how that works out? And when it comes to these teeny tiny areas, let's see, like this one, you know, it's just like 1, 2, and that's it. You know? And then you can do, let's see, let's do it with this one. This one has a brush tip, and then I don't know what that's called personally. But I go ahead with the brush tip on these guys, and let's say you want to do your leaf. Boo, see, I already got out of, but that's easily fixed. There it is. I do the brush tip on these because they're so teeny tiny. And as you see, look how teeny tiny that brush tip is. It's not always easy to get inside of there though, because, there we go. You know, and then whenever I would see that embossed, you know, particular branch or leaf, I just keep doing it in that color, doing all of those and then going on to the next one, that type of thing. Then with these guys that I got from Ross, like I said, there's not even a name on here, guys. It's just the fine tip. Okay, fine and broad tip. So that's this one too, which is kind of like a, they're wannabes is what I say. And then I have a tendency to do these flowers in that because I have an awful lot of yellow in this particular journal. And I'm going to go ahead and do this too. Now when it comes to shading, the embossed area basically give it to you, the veins in the petal, see? And then there's another one here. So, you know, I do like, that's what I did last night with that one. And you can put that fine tip right in there. But as you see, sometimes since you're working with such a teeny tiny area, it goes goes outside the line a little. So that's when you need to come in with your next marker. That's a leaf, and work on that. Now, sometimes since I'm doing something like this, all one color, and I want to show the centers are pretty important because of pollen in my bees. I have some stickles, like this stickles I'll put in the center of the yellow ones, you know. I just haven't done it yet. So there's one way to do it. If you're bringing out your alcohol markers on your cardstock, you can also do it if you're, you know, like your Tombow markers here, which are water-based. I would, depending on how thick your watercolor paper is, or I would do it on mixed media paper, and get out your Tombow markers if you have those, or whatever markers you have that are water-based. And like I said, you can do it on just a little, this is just a scrap piece of paper, but yet it could make a darling. You could cut it up and use it for ephemera. You can put it, like I said, I cut them up a lot and put them when I'm doing collages. You can just do, maybe, let's say you're doing a yellow and white card or journal. Just do yellow and white. Just do the yellow and different shades of yellow on this, and no greens, no blues, no purples or lavenders, and that would be fun too. And you can also, I found this trim that I always cut up. I had it in, I think, lavender as well. I'd have to go digging for it. But you can also do that. You can also cut these up. Well, you know, there's an endless number of things you can do. I don't need to tell you. But, you know, and then have maybe something like that. And, you know, let's have another one. You know? Like so. And just, you know, just really great fun things that you can do with embossed paper. I mean, it is just so yummy. And embossing folders to me are a real treat. I don't know about you all, but I just really enjoy working with them. And I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.